Hey everyone! Today I have another really great DIY Christmas ornament for you guys. This one is also very easy to do, but really quite cute. I'm going to be showing you guys how to make these cozy sort of knit look Christmas balls. You don't need to know how to knit to do these, so that's what makes them really great and really easy. But as you can see, they appear as though they have a little knitted cover on them. So I'm going to show you guys how to do this. I really hope you like this video, and if you do, of course, click the little thumbs up just below, subscribe to my channel to keep up with all of my latest videos, and don't forget to hit that little bell once you do subscribe so that you can get notifications each time I do upload a video. So now that I said all that, let's go and check out how to make these really cute knitted look Christmas ornaments. The first thing you're going to need as a base is some of these styrofoam balls. These ones are from the dollar store, so you get 8 for $1, which is a great price, and they're 2.5 inches in diameter. So you want to look for something similar. That's the standard size about of a regular size Christmas tree ornament. The next thing you're going to need is some jute twine to make a hanger for the ball. So you're just going to cut a 10-inch length of your twine. Then you're going to bring the two ends together, and you're going to take a small wooden bead, and just to show you guys, I got this large container of wooden beads from the dollar store for $4, and there's tons of wooden beads in here, and they're perfect for this project. They were exactly what I was looking for. So try to find something similar because it's really inexpensive. So I'm just taking one of these wooden beads, and I'm going to insert the ends of my twine into the bead and through the other side. Once you get that through, you're just going to pull the ends through so that your bead is about 3/4 of an inch to a full inch away from the ends. That's where you're going to want it to sit. So here I'm just going to slip the bead out of the way so that I can add a little dab of glue, and I'm going to slip the bead back down over that bead of glue just to secure that bead in place so it stays there, because we don't want the bead to slip off. So then just let that cool a few seconds, and then from here what you're going to do is you're going to split those two ends of your twine, and then just add a dab of glue to the styrofoam ball and lay the little hanger you made on top of that dot of glue. And then you want to glue each end of the twine down to the ball. Now we're just going to set this part aside. So the yarn that I bought was this really incredibly soft and cozy feeling lush alpaca yarn. It's perfect for what we're going to be doing. So what I did was I measured out 3 strands that are each about 5 feet long. And the first thing you want to do is just sort of wrap up your ends into a ball so that it's easier to manage when you're braiding. And then just bring the other 3 ends together, and you just want to bunch them up so that you can add a bead of glue that will glue all 3 together. And a really great way to get your glue to cool quickly and to safely, without burning yourself, kind of mush that glue into the strands is to use the cool metal part of your scissors and just press that bead of glue and the yarn down onto it. So that cools it, and it will easily just pull away. So now from here, with that glue on the back side of your strands, we're going to start braiding our 3 strands. And what happens when you braid really long strands, especially when all of the ends are rolled up in a ball, you have no way to untangle them. And to have to untangle these strands over and over again is going to be tedious. So what I figured out in an easy way to just continue braiding is to braid down, and just below where you're braiding will look like it's getting all tangled up, but what's actually happening is you're braiding that bottom half too, just in the opposite direction. So what I've done for this ornament is I've braided down to where I couldn't braid anymore, and I hold all of the strands together, add a bead of glue to the back side of my braided area, press that against the scissors to cool it really quickly, and then I just continue braiding that bottom part, only you'll be braiding the opposite way, so you'll be braiding underneath this time. And then I continue doing that until I can't braid anymore, add a bead of glue to the back side of that one, press it against my scissors, and then I continue braiding back in a forward fashion. So I just continue doing that for my entire strand over and over until I get to a point where my strands are short enough that I can just continue braiding in one direction, and the ends are really easy to untangle. So now, once you've braided all the way to the end of your strands, once again, you're just going to gather all 3 of those strands in a little bunch between your fingers, add a dab of glue on the back side, press that against your scissors, making that glue nice and flat, and then pulling it away, and then you have your entire braided strand that we're going to be adding to the ball. So now grab your styrofoam ball that we prepared earlier in the video and add a bead of glue just beside the wooden bead, and then we're going to stick one end of our braided strand onto that bead of glue, but we're not going to set it on that glue at the very end of the strand. We're going to set it on a little farther down, and then you're just going to continue to add glue around that bead and wrapping your strand all the way around until you come to that end where we started, and you're going to overlap your strand over the ends, gluing it in place, and you're going to trim the end of the strand where we started so that you can't see those ends any longer. Now from here, what you're going to do is start adding hot glue in small sections to the back, sticking it to the styrofoam ball, spiraling all the way down the ball. You want to leave a little tiny gap in between each row. This is what's going to allow you to distinguish between each row, and it's going to make it appear more knitted. So you might be wondering, why don't I just glue and wrap yarn around the ball? Well, first of all, braiding it first, as I mentioned, gives it that knitted look, because if you look at a knit pearl pattern for knitting, it looks almost braided. So this is what we're simulating by braiding our yarn first. And also in braiding your yarn, it's much easier to glue your strand on the ball because it's a little bit more fluffy and more easily hides any of your hot glue underneath your yarn. So now my entire ball is covered with my braided strand. Now at this point, you just want to trim those ends so you have a little bit left over that you can glue down into the ball. So just add a really small amount of glue, enough to hide those ends, and that's it. So I think these Christmas ornaments are going to add a really nice, soft and cozy touch to my Christmas tree this year. I really, really love them. And they're just so simple to make, you really can't beat that. So I hope that you guys did like this video. As I said, I hope you'll do all those good things just below the video. If you want to come and follow me on social media, I'm on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, and you can also come follow me on Pinterest to see all the fun things that I'm pinning, and come check out my blog, thecreativeglow.com. I'd really love to see you guys there. If you want to check out some of my other videos, I'll have some suggestions up in the cards as well as here on the screen, and you can just click right here to subscribe to my channel really easily. I hope you guys all have a super awesome day, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.